more other words to describe. And you feel totally connected to the existence. I always tell people, the whole universe wants you to achieve success in your life, and is continuously backing you to achieve that success. It is supporting you. If you are able to experience this in your life, you are enlightened. As of now, we are continuously defend ourselves against the universe, against the existence. When you become enlightened, you feel so directly connected. You realize the whole wants you to achieve success, and it is backing you. It is supporting you. You just relax and flow with the current.
Swami, why is there existence? What is the purpose? What is the whole universe?
Next time when God calls for a conference, roundtable conference, I'll ask him and come and tell you.
No.
I don't know. To tell you the honest answer, I don't know. One thing I can tell. The very question happens in a different level, and the person who is supposed to answer is in a different level. It's like ant is asking elephant, why are you painted in a black color? Will elephant answer? Elephant will not be even able to hear that question. The logic does not exist in the existence of universe. The logic is just a utility given to you by the society, not by existence. Existence is beyond logic. Whatever answer I try to give you, it will be going above your head. It will be beyond your logic. You can't grasp it. You can't understand it. It is, that's all. Tathata means the isness, which can neither be questioned nor understood by answers. So why can never be answered with logic, with intellect? I have no answer. Sorry to tell you, I don't know.
If a person had a master and he felt maybe he was open to the master, but then he felt along the way he kind of disagreed, or maybe he felt he was doubting the master, but then again
Means that he never opened. Even in the beginning, he never opened. When you really open, the doubt and the faith both disappears. Something different happens, what I call trust. The doubt and the faith both disappears. Something else happens to you, what I call trust. Trust is beyond the doubt and faith. As long as it is playing the game of doubt and faith, please be very clear, you are not opened. The real opening has never happened.
even though you were feeling love, a lot of love.
The love, you see, love you can feel whenever you see some good beings. I have seen many people loving me. To love a master is very easy. You see, they are so beautiful beings, such wonderful beings. I have seen people who are not my disciples, but they always say, oh, he's a very good being. I don't know about his enlightenment, all those things. I don't agree with him totally, but I love him. He's a very good being. This is very easy. This is very easy. And I tell you, anybody who is enlightened, simply will feel a love for him. Because he's such an honest being, such an open being, such a graceful being. You have to love him. That is not opening up. When I say opening up, I mean something far more deeper than that. A love can be easily created. It can never be. That cannot be a real master-disciple relationship. No, the universal or universal consciousness is one and the same. When a person reaches that state, he is in that state. Yes. Even the word one cannot be used, because as long as there is two, only the word one can be used. Even the word one doesn't have a meaning. It is, that's all.
Swami, can we access the social intellect? intellectually or is something like in the Navy program?
What?
I'm a scientist by training, so I'm,
What is the question?
the question is, can we follow this path through intellectual thinking?
Yes,
or can
surely.
we do it
Yes,
through-
actually, see, I tell you, the person who follows the path intellectually will never be cheated. Surely he will reach at one time. See, that's what I am telling you now. Carry the doubt. That is the torch towards enlightenment. Carry the intellectual doubt. And I tell you, you will never be able to fall. The moment you fall, you will be falling in the right place. When you fall, beyond your doubt, when you fall, even energy can make. You understand? So carry your doubt, carry the path, travel in the path of intellect. Intellect also can lead you. And I tell you, intellect can lead you to the right thing, to the end. Till the end, it can lead you. Intellect is possible. Through intellect is possible. Actually, when you travel through intellect, at some point, the intellect feels no enough, I am not able to, and just drops. When it drops, you will see that the divine will be standing there to hold you and bless you. Then you will feel the real emotion. And I tell you, till you go to the extreme of doubt and intellect, you can never have love or devotion. Till you go to that extreme, whatever love or devotion you have is a mixture of doubt and faith. You have to go to that extreme. When you really fall from that extreme, only then you fall to the deeper, to the depths of devotion. Yes.
I want to say one thing. When cultural values are deteriorating and ethical values are also deteriorating, how can we actually follow this path of righteousness?
One thing, if you feel that nobody is following this path, only then we should follow. We have to contribute something to the society. If you feel others are not following the moral values, ethical values, cultural values, it is our duty now to follow it and to practice it. Only then there is a critical need. If everybody is following, you can relax. All right, everybody is following. I can relax, nothing wrong. I can take a small nap. Now nobody is following. This is a time you can't go for rest. We can't afford to rest. We have to be in full alertness, full awareness. Continue to follow. We have to follow because others are not following. We can't say, how can we follow when others are not following? No. We have to follow because others are not following.
Swami, you said that you never had a chance to use the Sanskrit. People who are following or who are about to follow the spiritual path, where do they take?
This is a wonderful question.